Another day, another Scrims cast. Unfortunately, Mark couldn't make it today, so I'm filling in again, it seems. But, well, this is last time for this week, so after that, we'll see how it goes next week. But like I said, this week will be today the last Scrimcast for me. Hopefully, we'll find someone else to do it tomorrow. Nonetheless, we still have an action-packed lobby with at least two teams with German or Dach participation. So that's something for me and something for all the EU guys watching. So let's see who will join us today in the matches, because we have an addition on slot number 20, or as team number 18, Twisted Minds is also on the list. As you can see, we have the Bad Boom team with us. Bushido, Eternal Fire, Fast, Formulation Gaming, the Gaming Gladiators, Geeka Esports, Grove Street, the Hands of Hope are joining us, as well as Man. And then we have Natos Vincere, the Samla, Team Falcons, the Miss of Twisted Minds, Whirlpool Swords, Win or Die, and Without Dope. And as you can see, that means we have one more team than we had yesterday. That's due to the reason that Twisted Minds decided quite late today to take part in the scrims, and therefore we have one team more than we normally have, which, well, doesn't really change anything except that there are 4 more kills points on the board, and one team which might have the option to annoy the others more. We'll see. In this case, it also means that we have 2 coaches not being able to watch the matches because they they switched to the unassigned spot and were not moved because they didn't announce that they were coaches. So very unfortunate for them, but hopefully they'll fix that for the next match. And my camera is doing stuff it's not supposed to do. There we go. Let's hop in. Match number 1 almost awaits us. I have to do this and that and this. And then we are ready. Match number 1 starts with Miramar. As you can see, our flight path starts left of Montenegro and will end at El Azhar. And I found a new exciting thing, because the drawing plugin I use can also draw straight lines. So I don't need to draw them myself anymore. This should be, well, not really. This should be roughly the area the teams at least will be able to reach. Everything below and above that will be a bit harder for the teams, but they still can reach it. So that means stuff like the Oasis, we can see at least 1/3 of the teams on top will be a bit harder to reach. Same goes for Resort, Puerto Paraíso. Valdemar might be reachable, Prison and Partona not so much. Let's hop in. Match number 1 will start now. There you can see it, the plane already coming for us. This means that the players are on their way. Samla, the only German team we have in the lobby, with the exception being TMO, who have German participation in that lineup. With Justus. As you can see, the Falcons and Grove Street going for El Pozo. We have Bad Boom Team in Montenuevo. Purple Sports going for Valdemar. Chumaseri being played by Kike Esports. Then we have Navi with the Picado split. Aside from them, we have Fast. Eternal Fire playing Cantera. We might have a slight hot drop between them and Hands of Hope in the future, because Hands of Hope are in Minas Generalis. Yesterday, Eternal Fire looted there. Then we have Kova quite close here to... alright, Ira already in that compound. So they're quite close here to Matt Bay, who's taken the bike to reach the top of the hill. In the back we can also see Mossport. And that means that Kova has to go somewhere completely different. Which means formulation, yeah. It's going for the water treatment. Like I said, the team with anybody's Mossport and Co. going for La Cabrera, it seems. El Pozo will be our next hotspot. H1 quite close here to Voxes and Project Xlift. Has been spotted and tagged. Dude, almost dead here. 15 HP remain. First aid. Nade does not hit. Second nade. Was spotted by him. Just almost down there, and there goes Heaven. H1 unfortunately not able to fight against the MP5K. Kickstart so far with the Orc. Pick with M16 and MK12. And attack against Project X left. And he did get another attack in as well against Voxes. So Vox is knocked. Kick moving forwards. Rimsey on top of the building here. Maybe let's try the 5 stack. So deciding, trying to go for the res here. Not able to get a knock in, but at least he's able to pop the tires. That's a lot of action for the start of match number 1 here. Rimsey moving forwards, kick moving forwards. Project X left quite close to kick here. Well, it looks closer than it is. Oh. Turn around. That's not looking too good for Grove Street. Might be lucky though. Kick again, moving forwards. Trying to get the angle against Project X left. Still didn't reload his mini. Nice spray, and that's it for Project Xlift. Means we have a 1-1 trade. Ramsey still trying to catch up. Thick. Again, seeing Vazoo. Might be pushing forwards now. Marauder Voxes quite close to kick. Still waiting here. The only one who is currently quite out of this is Seifu. Still waiting for his chance to maybe join that fight. Vox is knocked. TMO in trouble against Without Dope. Kickstart tagged by Vazoo. Tick running over Voxes. Needex killing the 4th member of TMO there. Two spotted by Kick. So far 2 kills for the Falcons. Let's check out what the circle did. Shifted to the eastern part of the map. Shots being fired by Eternal Fire against the Summoner. Rio with a good shot against the mat. Those teams quite close to each other with those two compounds. Purple Swords with the emergency pickup. We can see without dope fighting against TMO there. Sparta will be dead in a second. Nedex trying to dodge that. We can see the next team coming close as well. Win or die says, all right, let's win or die here. Against without dope. Let's see. Falcons and Grove Street did split. So we won't have any more action there. Gadrox with some shots in the direction of Nekyob. It's bot Nedex, but is not able to secure a knock there. Waterball. Some shots in the direction of anybody's. Deciding to park his car better. Matt Nicative is quite close here. Already in front of formulation. But it looks like formulation is deciding to dodge that fight. Retreating and searching for a better approach. I did spot them. 1 nade, 1 volley. That's his offensive arsenal. And 1 flash. The rest of formulation already going for the rotation. Only Marble still waiting here. Question is, how fast can he change his weapon? He does. He's going for the rotation as well. Matt Nicative decides against the spray. Says, alright, I'm gonna let him leave. Has spotted intense though. Once again going for the rotation, and that should be it from that fight. Navi quite close to the Bat Boom team. Dozy and Phil first here in the compound. Phil gets knocked by Stat. Nice headshot from Hekatori against Besto. Looks like the Bat Boom team is playing with Ermak today. They're down in that ridge. Nice nade. Boom team retreating again. Ermak putting Phil in the car. And it looks like they might want to retreat. Trying to get to the Ents compound where Besto already is. They succeed in doing so. Do we have someone with the Italian? No. Next one would be Sextono for first. Right here in Impala. Next circle shift. Shifting again to the north this time. Good for most of the teams. Twisted Minds needs to move. The Gaming Gladiators, Hands of Hope, Navi, Bat Boom team, fast. Eternal Fire with shots against the Zamla. And of course, we still have 2 teams in the blue here. With the Falcons and Grove Street right here. So they will have a lot of way to go. Grove Street most likely will try for a direct approach. And I guess for the Falcons, this might be their way into the north of the circle. Maybe even a more direct approach right here. We'll see how that works for them. Circle This might be another half circle like yesterday. I'm already in the city. 3 of them left with Björn, Irayo, and Rolf. This is trouble, I tell you. Because Sammler, Rolf, that's German names. Irayo and Björn are not so much. But switching from English pronunciation to German pronunciation back is... well, that fucks with my mind. Oh well, we'll see. Formulation might be getting some competition there by Purple Swords. Copy. Was fast enough to dodge down to this 2-story. Cover already also in the compound. That's not what I wanted to do. Trying to get an angle against Purple Swords. The right side, we can see Bushido coming closer. We're trying to join into that fight. Not quite sure who that is. Looks like Celtic. See what else we can see. Not really much more. Circle shift. Nidex has found... Nidex currently one of the only players, except for the Sammler, who are currently in El Adha directly. Everyone else is currently, well, quite a bit away. Dante gets run over by Lou. Gaming Gladiators therefore losing one of their players. Tori might find Levante. Spray. Nah, decides against it. Let's follow Levante. See where he wants to go. Right, we can see Malman below. It looks like they either might go for the city or play the gas station. But I guess they might try to go for the city. They might face off against Win or Die. I'm a bit in trouble because Nidex did spot him. Biggest question though for Nidex is what can he do as solo player? 359 damage to his name. Sogar danke dir für deinen Sub. Hat ja geklappt, siehst du mal. And of course, we have rocks quite close here to Sammler. This is one thing which is totally bugging me, that we have those fights in El Adha directly, because spectating that, trying to catch all the kills is a nightmare, because you most likely are not able to. That was a nice nade. Fortunately, did not land in the room. Nidex with the knock against Rolf. Nade coming out. Well, that's not a bad direction. Rock's unfortunately already out of that. Now he did spot him. Nade. Well, that wasn't bad. Oh, didn't want to switch to without dope. Question is, will Rocks be able to survive here? Doesn't look too bad. So let's see. Circle shifted again this time. We do have GK Esports facing off against the Bad Boom team. Bastos getting flushed. Nidex was found. Nade from Rocks was a success. Dude gets knocked. Quizzy gets a knock against Ermac. Oh, well, That nade... That nade was botched. So first with a knock against Divix. Almost gets knocked in response. That nade might be good. Perfect. That nade is perfect. Bastard gets knocked again. Spiral arriving. Still facing off against Quizzy. Spiral still has 2 nades. Goes for the res. Or not. Waiting. The retreating. So both teams continue with their players. And then the back Diffix was knocked and might go for the count on the count for fast. Well, we have Navi facing off against Twisted Minds. Drive-by from Saucid and Fairist. Lou with a good nade. And Batu with the right idea, but... maybe in trouble. Yeah, unfortunately, Twisted Minds eliminated by Navi. But not without casualties from Navi's side. That was killed. Akitori and Fairist are knocked. You can see Celtic shooting the rotation from Eternal Far. Oh, nice tag against the mat. Got Marco tagged as well. Well done by Celtic. On the other side, like I said, we can see the rotation from Kike in the back. Matt moving forwards. Gets tagged from behind. Got Marco in trouble now. Or not. Gets the first knock and the second knock against Divix and Feud. Gets knocked by Spiral though. No. Oh, the Matt. It was the Matt who got knocked by the nade. When did that nade arrive? Quizzy gets killed. GK eliminated on rank 15. Suddenly everything happens at the same time. Like it's supposed in city fights. Win or Die has to go for reses as well. Zamla still left with 3 players. And Gladiators with 2 only. Eternal Fire still facing off. Or still trying to get into the circle. Close to the Hands of Hope. And Bushido. And we have Whirlpool's Wolves facing off against the Bad Boom team. Full first, almost not there. They're not going for more shots. Formulation Gaming quite close here to Whirlpool's Wolves. And then we still have the Falcons with Kick, Tick, and Trimsy. Formulation with the 2-2 split. Quite close to the position of Navi with 2 of the players. Circle shifting again in their favor. This might be the same circle we had yesterday, where the end circle was around here-ish. If I remember correctly, is what it was. The end circle was around here. Or? But here? I'm not quite sure. At least somewhere on the rock here. Hands of Hope now facing off against Eternal Fire. Bushido quite close as well. Hope was spotted, roughly. Maybe there's a knock against Nail. But they're going for the rotation. I'm not quite sure why he stopped there, but that was the worst decision ever. Bushido eliminated on rank number 12. After Medbay was found by the Ends of Hope. Anabolis and Blue Star now below Topike. We can see Matsu moving forwards as well. By almost getting the knock there. One tag missing. Nate might be good. Bit too far to the left. Makatori with a knock against rocks. Blue Star moving forwards. Not quite sure where he should focus. Rosberg might be coming to his rescue from behind. Blue Star with another smoke. Trying to get a different angle. Let's hop over to Navi and Win or Die. That should be a blue zone Nate. And let's move forwards. So said against Hello My Bad and Presenti. Nice spray. That's one. Other one's still alive. Katori gets knocked as well. This just leaves Sauced. 8 kills so far, though, for Navi. Nate coming in. That's a good one. But Win or Die gets eliminated nonetheless. Sauced, the only survivor, gets killed by Kickstart from behind, which means the Falcons get a kill as well. And the western part of the circle is completely empty now. Fast facing off against Without Dope. We can see that Purple Swords is now in trouble against the Hands of Hope. Nate against Just Chillin'. Oh, a bit too far. Nabolini is still waiting. Foundation now joining in that fight. Purple Swords is stuck. Gaming Gladiator is eliminated by Zamla. Push forwards. Nice knock from Nabolini. No, it wasn't Nabolini. It's more from Marbo. Marbo with your double kill against Nabat and Hippie. Shillin going for the rare Sonic Scrim. Formulation trying to hold the eastern part of the circle. Kova quite close to Tick. I'm not quite sure if Tick has spotted. Yes, he spotted Marbo. Marbo knocked and flushed. Tick gets knocked as well. Not flushed, but he gets knocked. Both of them. Tick did try to flush though. Kova most likely will be able to get the race. Oh, fast in trouble. Oh, nice knock with the Dragoneth. Blue Star, no vest anymore. Depending who he faces off against, he might be in trouble. Extreme finally gets flushed. Just chilling in the blue. And in the smoke there. With an awfully good spray there. With knock against Mather. And then here are the last remaining players for Thunder. And that's another knock. They are one. Recap. And it's a 1 against 1 now. Oops. Recap. With the M249. Just Chillin' eliminated by Anabolinis. Blue Star with the knock against Just Chillin'. Cake says, alright, let's see what the city has in store for us. And it's the top 4. Falcons with 3. Formulation with 3. 2 players left for Fast. And 1 player left for Zamla. And Björnta most likely will die to the circle. Blue's quite hurting. And that's it. Zamla eliminated on rank 4. Cake knows that. Question is, can Blue Star see Cake there? They should see them running. Oh, nice hits against Kick. Remedy almost knocked as well. Biggest problem is the colors from Formulation. and Falcons are quite close to each other with the dark green and the green. Might need to make the dark green from formulation even darker. Formulation knows that the eastern side is completely free. They can hear the shots from Blue Star and Anabolinis. As well, of course, as the shots from Team Falcons. 3 kills so far for Formulation, 5 for Fast. And 5 also for Falcons. 4 for Kick, 1 for Tick. Currently without. Who's trying to change that? Moving forward, there we go. Kick now with 5 kills. And now it's a 3 against 3. Falcons against Formulation Gaming. Intense with the AWM in hand. Kova goes down against Tick. Nate's going out. This might be not too precise. That one, almost. One is coming out. Of course, we have Marbo still waiting in the back. Waiting to spray against the former Sonics. No Falcons. Intense trying to get an angle against the Falcons. 3 orcs against a barrel, an orc and another barrel. Take with orc and MK. Ramsey with orc and MK. And Cake with orc and mini. Ramsey quite close to Kova, spots him, and that's it for him. Nice shots. Flash is good. Which leaves 2 players left for Formulation. Will fast spread. Right idea by the Falcons. Intense walking around behind Tick, trying to get behind the Falcons. Tick now hurt by Intense. He knows that there's someone quite close to him. Tick goes down. 2 against 2 now. Ramsey and Kick moving closer. Not at all. Tick coming out. Not too good. Lois coming out as well. Intense with the AWM. Arbo almost gets knocked there. 31 HP remain. Only coming out. Oh, another hit from Kick. Good nade there. Intense. Changing his position. Oh, nice hit against Kick. Switching the weapon, unfortunately too late. Nope. Oh. Now he gets him. Kick facing off against Intense. Spots him, and that's it. GG, well played. Winner chicken dinner for the Falcons in match number 1 with 10 kills. 1,900 damage to their name as well, with 8 assists from Navi. And that leads us to, of course, a short break before I'll be back with match number 2 and the updated leaderboard. And there we are, back again. Match number 1 has concluded. The Falcons take over the lead with 20 points so far. 10 points each then for 3 teams, with Formulation Gaming, Fast and Navi on rank number 2 to 4. 1 point less for Zamla, 1 point less as well for Without Dope with 8 points on rank number 6. 7 points for Hands of Hope on rank number 7. Then we have 5 points each for Whirlpool Sports and Win or Die. And in the second half of the leaderboard, we have Eternal Fire with 4. 3 points for Twisted Minds. 2 points each for Bushido and Grove Street. 1 point each for the places 14 to 17 with Gaming Gladiators, Bad Boom Team, GK Esports and Man. And of course, last but not least, the miss-off without points so far. But that can change, maybe even faster than the other teams would like it. Nonetheless, we are almost in match number 2, and I can tell you, the playing pass we have, well, might not be the best for the teams, but at least it will it will be, I'm thinking right now, entertaining for us. Let's hop over and see. There we go. Oh, one thing I still have to change, of course, is the match batch. There we go. Should be updated. Very good. And as you can see, our plane path roughly takes us here and here around-ish. This should be roughly the playable area for the teams when jumping out of the plane. So they can reach almost everything on the right side. Same cannot be said for Chuma, Valdemar, Prison, and Bartona, as well as Resort. Monte Nuevo is also a stretch. Same goes for Reposo and Alcantara. But we'll see what the teams will make of that plane path and who will move by car or other means. Plane coming for us. There we go. Few players, few teams. Of course. A chance for everybody to get more points on the board. Whirlpool Sports going for the Puerto Paraíso drop. Grove Street and Zamla maybe contesting in Impala. Then we have GK Esports and Fast going for Los Leones. Eternal Fire going for the Cantera split. The Bad Boom team going for, well, the compounds in the direction of El Adhar, maybe trying to get cars and drive through to Tierra Bronca or to Campo. Then we have the Hands of Hope and, of course, Navi. But we'll switch to Grove Street and Zamla, because this right here will be most interesting. Björnta already in trouble. Being followed by Grove Street here. First tags against Voxes. The reload, and that's a knock. Well done by Björnta. Seifu behind Irayo. Then we have Project X left still. Reloading his UMP. Vazoo below Björnta as well. Has to heal. MP5K in hand. Grove Street not too happy with that performance. Nade coming out, that might be way too short. Samla 4 against 3. Seifu moving around, maybe trying to get a peek against Ombre, who's on top of the church. Oh, this nade did hit Rolf. Very good. Rayo trying to spot Project X left. Gets the first text in. Björnto with the knock against the zoo. Shotgun is there. Hey, safe who gets knocked as well. Flush coming through. And now it's 4 against 1. Project X-Love with the knock against Björnta. But Ombre and Erayo are there. Train together. Work together. Waiting. Project X-Love. Might be able to go for the rest. No, he does not. Project X left against Erayo. 1 against 1. Who will be the lucky survivor? Flash coming out, and that's it. Zamla eliminated on rank number 18 by Grove Street. Project X left. Will he be able to go for the rest on Seifu? No, barely not. Very unfortunate. Project X left, therefore, the only survivor. But he did clutch. All 4 kills against Zamla went to his account. And I'm on Matisse. Thank you for being here again. Really appreciate it, especially all of you being here. I hope the cast is at least a bit entertaining. And I can show you a bit great gameplays from our favorite teams. So let's see, where does that circle take us? Falcons most likely will go for this approach, I guess. Or even for this approach. 2 ways to reach the circle. TMO going for this approach, maybe trying to get this compound. Gods coming out. Eternal Far quite close to Verpal Swords and the players from Without Dope. Ooh, tags from Anapolinis against Code Marco. Not too bad. So back. Gaming Gladiators going for this approach most likely. Maybe even for this approach. Same goes right here for the lineup from Man. And then of course we have Twisted Minds who will wait a bit more and then go for a straight approach because Perfectix already has an opening there together with Lou. And Bushido might be in trouble-ish. Because Intent's most likely heard Map Bay arriving. Alright. Shooting thing. Alright, we are here. Where do we want to go, guys? This is our compound. Leave. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the enemy teams decide, well, there's only 1 weapon shooting. Why should we leave? Let's push him. It's only 1. So as we can see, we have Hands of Hope. Now close to Project X left. Our very own Snake. Match number 2. Just waiting for Kimetsu to make his move. Elex with the knock against Phil first. It's right around here. Flash coming out. Elex needs to heal anyway. Oh, Nedex goes down too. Not quite sure who I'm not quite sure who that is. I might ask Justus. Might be Hoya. I'm not quite sure about that. Nice spray against Basto. Oh, that nade wasn't too good. Goldberg was knocked against Recap. Justus gets knocked as well. This just leaves Sparta. against Navi. Project X left with 5 kills. He finally found Kimetsu. Twizzy with the knock and flush against it. This happened down here. Project X left. Well, there was an advantage. And another one goes down. Doozy with the knock and flush against Hopi. Which means the hands of Hope. Lost another hand. Well, there is just Topek left, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Nabat as well. He's quite close to the Bad Boom team on top of the hill. Waiting for his chance to maybe get the knock against Basto. For a Doozy. I'm waiting for the spray. Doozy gets around the corner and that's it. Shrimsy gets killed by rocks. Oh, well, Falcon's eliminated thanks to Win or Die right here. They did try to breach this warehouse and did pay the price for it. Unfortunately, Win or Die was quite lucky, only getting the knock-in against Rocks. Almost bad with a kill against H1. So this is a fast elimination against the Falcons this time. Very unfortunate. Wanted to show more action. But still not sure if you should shoot Basto, if you should shoot Naba, if you should shoot Monodoct, if you should wait for a Doozy. Monodoct still trying to get forwards, going for the loot. I'm not sure if he should even do anything which could compromise his location. Here on top of the rock. Coming from the side. Who's shooting? Someone is shooting Monodoct. Verbal swords? Are you for serious? Are you for real, guys? Oh, no, but finally getting the knock against Monodoct there. That wasn't what I wanted to look at. Unfortunately, Basto is there. But has to retreat. Not looking too good for him. Purple Swords moving forwards. Saying, alright, let's get to the gas station. Circle shifting again in favor of the Impala teams. We have Man going for Puerto Paraíso. Navi still in the south. They need to move as well. Turn fire with 2 men right here in the Ents compound, trying to hold it against their opponents. Not quite sure where the rest of the team is. I don't see them. Oh, right over here. Crossberg and Marco. They are playing a very risky 2-2 split, in my opinion. I mean, they do have an awful lot of information right here in those 2 compounds. But getting breached might be a possibility. That's going out against Zubila, who loses 3 of his tires. More shots coming out. Melman with the knock against him. And, well, he almost gets run over by his own car before it blows. German Gladiators with their first point on the leaderboard in match number 2. Not in total, but the first point in match number 2. Red bar spotted by Anabolinis. Which sounds like a cute way of saying Anabolica. A Kyop spotted by Batulins. It's also, as we can see, Twisted Minds also with, well, it's not risky, but they're quite far split in this square here. Which means they do get an awful lot of information. But that might not pay off because there's no one coming from the northeast. almost everybody's in the circle already. Matt Nikitiv might be in for some easy kills if he's lucky. Because Navi still has to make their way over the road here. Maybe it's anybody who gets the kills. Still on the street. Maybe anybody gets killed. He has an M249. That might be in his favor. He does not look like it. Now we might try to take a different approach. Circle shifts this time to the southwestern part of the earlier circle. Win or Die going back to their spot. Bushido and Eternal Fire with good spots. Most likely the end circle could be around here. Could be. Does not mean it has to be. But, well, there are possibilities. And after our little, well, quite fast starts to the games, we're currently slowing it a bit down. Trying to see what everybody is up to. Marbo with the knock against Basto. Molodoked. In the back with nade in hand. Blue zone nade and another nade. Basto. Trying not to die. And we have Kova right here on top of the rails. Position not too bad. Nice nade by Marbo against Molodoked. Basto into Doozy. Oh, that wasn't too sharp. Marbo getting the next knock in. Gets knocked by a Doozy. Now the last remaining member of the Bad Boom team. Kova and he trading shots. Sparta from behind as last player for TMO with some shots. And again, this time it's Nabat who gets the shots in against the Doozy. He's now hiding behind the flipped car. Kapi facing off against Win or Die here. Intense gets killed though by them. No chance for Kapi to help. Marbo finds a Doozy. Presenti can get some shots in against Marbo. Against Kapi. Can see Marbo and Kova back in there. Not quite sure how he did get up here. Most likely through an emergency pickup. Gadrock's all on my bad. Presenti and Rocks here. That's true. 4 points is 4 points. Better than 3. Mossboard gets knocked by Dante. Nice shots here. Oh, Gaming Gladiators. Anybody's trying to get some revenge shots in. Melman trying to close the gap between those two teams. I spotted Matt Nikitiv maybe. We can see Geeky Esports coming in from behind. Rizzy has spotted Matt Nikitiv. Not going on the count for Spyro. Gets a flush as well. Bro quite close as well. Knock against Melman from Spyro. Melman knocking Mossboard and antibodies. This only leaves one player of man standing, which is Shro. He has to fight against GK and the Gaming Gladiators now, and is in trouble, and that's it. GG, well played. Man eliminated on rank number 15. Well, the Gaming Gladiators are in trouble as well. Axton's almost knocked there as well as Levante. Shoot. And his teammates with the correct angles to pressure the Gaming Gladiators. Maybe trying to go for the drive, but no. Decides against that. Nate might be good. Perfect! Axtons and Levante knocked. Dante trying to get away. Behind him we can still see Navi in the blue zone. They need to move forward. 5 first aids remain for Sausage. Varys with 10. Oh, they have all the time in the world. I'm totally mistaken there. Axton's down. Now we can see there's a mortar in game. Facing off against Bushido here. Oh, no, against Twisted Minds it seems. So it was Bushido with the mortar. There we go. Next mortar shot. Maybe that one hits better. Dante was found. Still a bit too short. With the knock against Nakyop. That bait did spot him. Treating now. Shots coming in from there. One from Without Dope. Pyro already going for the risk. Nate lands behind the car. Second nade as well. But Nakyop and Aro move in the direction of the nade. Therefore, Celtic is the last remaining player from Bushido. That's it. Bushido eliminated on rank 13. By Twisted Minds. And as we can see, Eternal Fires as well. Twisted Minds eliminating Bushido. Well, we have to protect or avenge our Mea mates. So let's face off against Twisted Minds. We're not afraid. We're Turkish. We're proud. Let's get them. Spray against the example is not good. Nade against Lou also not. And Batulins almost get the knock against the mat there. Way too open there. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Lou with the knock against Crossberg. Shots coming in from Recap from behind. I guess the most annoying team at the moment is Without Dope. Not letting Twisted Minds and Eternal Fire fight each other. Bedbound Crossberg retreating. Same goes for the match. So this should be it from that fight. Nabolini is knocked. Purple Swords close to GK Esports. Then we have the Hands of Hope in a 2-2 split, 1-1 split. Project X left as last player for Grove Street. Sparta is last player for TMO. We're still in the match with 11 teams. Win or die. Still 3 players left. And Sparta gets the kill against Project X left. Well, I got the confirmation that Oroxku is Hyro, a CIS player who is subbing in for TMO today. And that's it. Nabat found Sparta. TMO unfortunately eliminated on rank number 10. Nabat and Topek. The last 2 remaining players for the Hands of Hope in trouble. Because Pute has did spot him. And Rodar facing off against Twisted Minds. Temple spotted at the car. Oh, nice headshot. Against both of them, though. They thrown. Who going for the rest? You can see Formulation Gaming now trying to get into that fight against Win or Die. Oh, spray against Gedrox. Silver gets in knock. Nate's coming out. Win or Die are pushing forwards. I did use Gedrox as distraction. Question is, was it worth it? Most likely not. Purple Swords facing off against GK Esports. Well, the map gets a kill against Batulins. see shotguns in the hand for One-Eyed King. Cannot see Pewd there. Flash. GK Esports with 10 kills so far. With a kill against Scrim. Another flash. Another player who's not able to see shit. And that's it. GG, well played. GK Esports eliminated on rank number 8. Which leaves us with 7 teams. GK Esports being one of those. Eternal Fire now facing off against Fast. And that nade by Code Marco was the decider in that fight. Saxono and Blue Star annihilated by that. Can almost say that was an atom nade. Atomic nade. Just, yeah, well, killed them without thinking. Win or die with a good position. We still have 3 players left for Twisted Minds, 4 players left for Eternal Fire, 4 players for Without Dope, who so far have, unfortunately, only 1 kill. Eternal Fire with 5. Then we have GK Esports with 12 kills. I want to get more kills in. Hands of Hope facing off against Win or Die, but from behind, it's Spyro with the MK14. My favorite MK in the game, though, to be there. Twisted Minds, not sure if they should advance or not. Theoretically, Lou might be able to do so, as long as Recap. Thank you for showing what I wanted to show. As long as Recap is not watching this window, Twisted Minds will be able to push forward. Recap though switching to the... I'm not quite sure what he did there. Trying to save himself. Molly coming in from Lou. Twisted Minds going for the push now. Eternal. Also unsure what to do. Same goes from Ava. Recap retreating. And Twisted Minds now is able to take care of that compound. Quiddy with the kill against Quetba. Which leaves Code Marco here in this dip. Without a car. But at least with some cover. Then we have Win or Die. Might also try to push from the side now. Circle. Quite good for those teams. 5 in total. 3 players for Win or Die. 4 players for GK. With 13 kills now. Oh, 14. 15 already. 5 kills for Pewd and Quiddy. 3 for Spyro. 2 for Divix. Jesus Christ. I want to annihilate the whole lobby. It seems. Lou with the knock against Crossberg. Win or Die. 8 kills so far. Twisted Minds with only 3. Without Dope with 1 kill. Still the, well, leader of the pack from the bottom. Eternal Fire with 5 kills. And Quiddy is doing everything he can to get more kills in. Trying to get around, maybe get an angle against Eternal Fire. Decides to retreat back though. Oh, nice nade by Eternal against Perfectix in example. That hurt. And Lou, well, is the last remaining member. Nade gone out. Not successful though. And that's it. Lou cannot save his teammates anymore. Oh, and kills himself. Wah, 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 wah. That nade unfortunately only hit the window boards. I'm not quite sure what it's called in English. Germany, it's called Fensterbrett. Windowsill, if I'm not mistaken. Should be windowsill. Quiddy in trouble now. Pewd with the knock and flush against Presenti. Really trying to get away. 17 kills now for GK Esports. If they continue like that, they will get to 20. At least 20. Let's see. GK with 4 players. 1 man left for win or die. Then we have 4 players as well for with our dope. That was wrong. There we go. And 3 players left for Eternal Fire. Might being quite close to Quilly. Does he still have nades? No, only flashes. So the question being, will he push Eternal Fire or will he not do it? We'll see. Really has to move. Blue Zone already made contact here. Devik still waiting for Rox to move, who's trying to flash his way forwards. No you to the left. Watching the left, watching the right. Oh, Quizzy, nice spray, almost gets one. Flashes coming out, flashes from the other side as well. More flashes coming from Eternal Fire, Quizzy in trouble. And that's Pewd getting the kill against Rox. That was lucky. Quizzy spotted by their 1, nice spray, Maver gets the knock though. Kill goes on the counter without dope though. Maver still waiting. He has no nades left. Their 1 with 9 flashes. Holy shit. Recap. Also without nades. Eternal with the double knock against Crossberg and the mat. Let's see if he's able to get the last man. Oh, his angle is perfect. No, he goes down. Devik's now with the knock against Eternal. And Eternal far left with Code Marco, who's going for the res on Crossberg and is successful in doing so. And with a knock against Devix. Recap with a knock against Code Marco. This might be without Dope's chicken dinner. Crossberg, the last remaining player for Eternal Fire, gets flashed by their once flash, which was meant for GK Esports. Get the first knock. And now Crossberg is the deciding factor, maybe, in this fight between GK Esports and their opponents from Without Hope. GG well played. Winner chicken dinner for GK Esports with 20 kills. 3,100 damage, which would be enough for 31 kills and 9 assists. Show that they are willing to go the lengths. So, well played. Let's hop over to the break before I'll be back with, of course, another map on another match and another map as well, because we're gonna head over to Rondo. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, match number 3 is almost upon us. We will hop over to Rondo, as I said. But before that, we have, of course, the, well, seems like not updated leaderboard. I'm unsure why that is. Normally, it should be updated already. So, well, I guess we have to wait for that. Hopefully, it will be soon. See if I can trigger it to update. Let's refresh the cache. Nope. Still no updated leaderboard. All right. This means I'll show you the leaderboard when we are in game for a brief second to update it, or I'll update you without showing the leaderboard. Nonetheless, let's hop over to our next match of the game. Match number 3, of course, on the beautiful but quite, well, I'm missing the word again. Beautiful but quite debated map in esports, Rondo. There we go, match number 3. As you can see, our playing pair starts slightly below Fongtun, and we'll go over Heme Town. And this means that the teams can, well, roughly reach these spots here between the green lines. A bit more, a bit less to the sides, of course. But Renjiang, Hungshan, Jadina City, Tenlong Garden, and of course in the top, Nanchuan, Bali, and Minhu will be quite a stretch to reach. But we know the players are quite well versed in it, and quite well versed in stretching the truths and of course their flight patterns. So hey, still everything possible. And as we can see, the plane for match number 3 has started. So we will jump into the action and join the players in their road to chicken dinner. Oops, didn't want to mute the master volume. There we go. First teams to jump out are Fast, Balkans, and Man, followed by Zamla and TMO. Then we have the Bad Boom team, and Without Dope as well as Formulation Gaming jumping out. Same goes for Eternal Fire. Then we have the Gaming Gladiators and Bushido. Twisted Minds, Navi. Yeah, Grove Street. I had to think about that one, man. That's a personal. Yeah, indeed. Then we have GK Esports, Purple Swords, and Win or Die, as well as Hands of Hope. Searching for a maybe forever home. They would love that, but most likely only for a brief spot in the circle. Twisted Minds, again facing off against Navi right here in New York's Factory / Test Track. Again, looting quite close to each other. Circle shifts hard to the north, which means that almost all teams are not in there. We can count the teams which are fully in there on one hand, if we only have 4 fingers. Because those are Bushido, Purple Swords, the Gaming Gladiators, and Win or Die. We might be able to count the half of Eternal Fire plus the half of Twisted Minds as well. So we get to 5. So a full hand. Nonetheless, Navi most likely with quite an easy rotation. Same goes for Twisted Minds. We can see that TMO already is rotating. They most likely will loot somewhere here, maybe in Bali, and then move to the circle and try to get to the north, most likely. Well, would be here, because Nanchuan has the bridge. Formulation Gaming with a quite central approach, so they can just try to get there. Maybe they'll try to use this road and get over here somewhere. for every team which we have currently low in the circle. Team Falcons with the right idea. Use an emergency pickup. Travel somewhere here, I guess. Might be their goal. So, Ryan, I'm not sure about that one. But I guess Kungxia might be their goal. Maybe Nanchuan. We'll see. Let's follow the Falcons. Oh, Kick is in trouble. Kick is only in a car yet. So most likely will not make it. But he found a glider. So, question is, does he have gas? I guess so. Yes, he has. There we go. Falcons are going for the emergency pickup. Hop on in. Follow him. Bring them to the circle. In the meantime, I'll check if we have updated points for the leaderboard. There we go. KK Esports taking over the lead with 31 points, followed by Without Dope with 21. 20 points for the Falcons, who did unfortunately get no points in the last match. So then we have 17 points for Win or Die, 16 for Eternal Fire, 14 for Formulation on rank number 6, 12 points each for Zamla and Hands of Hope on rank number 7 and 8, then 11 points for Fast on rank number 9. And then the second half of the leaderboard, we have Navi with 10, Twisted Minds with 9, and Grove Street with 7 on rank 10 to 12. 13th place with 6 points for Purple Swords, 5 points for the Bad Boom team on rank number 14, 4 points for the Gaming Gladiators on 15. And after that, we have Bushido with 2 on rank number 16, and the Miss of a Man with 1 point so far only. Let's see, map rotations are there. Twisted Minds facing off against Win or Die here. Presenti gets run over. Matt Nicative in trouble, gets knocked through falling. Quite sure if he just got out of the car. Gedrox, well, gets knocked by Batulins, killed by Perfectix. And Bushido is in trouble. Rox trying to at least secure those kills. Trying to get closer. Drive-by try against Bushido. Gets a knock against Snakejop. But gets floored by Arrow. And it looks like Bushido might be able to get those reses in. Mappe and Celtic are still alive. So let's see. Falcons still. Alright, I'm gonna rephrase that. Bushido eliminated thanks to Batulins. We can see Falcons still flying. They can see the shots below them. They can also see the airdrop below them. They're saying, let's go quite far into... I'm not quite sure what happened there. Quite far into the circle. I'm not quite sure who called this airdrop, but maybe it was Whirlpool Swords. Quite early on here. Just chillin' with some... Oh, it's not just chillin'. It's Scrim with some shots in the direction of Formulation Gaming. Follow my bat. The last remaining member of Win or Die. Twisted Minds were the lucky third party here in the fight between Bushido and Win or Die. They did also fight against Win or Die, so... Well, nothing to say against that. You can see KK Esports moving forwards in the back. Navi has found them. Did spot them. Trail Fire already in the circle. So it looks like almost... Well, almost all teams are already in the circle. Malmo with some shots in the direction of Marvo. Can see Kova quite close to him. Dante now with shots against Without Dope. Maven in trouble. Recap moving forwards as well. And we do have someone in the air. That's Kickstart. Trying to catch up to his team. Oh, God. Don't spectate flying in third person. That's That just looks ridiculous if you see this, and he almost tips down completely. Ooh. Oh, Falcon's quite close to TMO now. Sparta has been spotted. Gets knocked by Shrimsy. Arrow quite close to take. Quite close, relative, but yeah, you know what I mean. Justus in the air. Air kickstart still will take some time before he arrives. But at least one more kill on the leaderboard for the former Sonics. Tick now helping Shrimsy find Sparta. Or find loot. This looks weird. I would like to say I'm not quite sure what Tick is doing there. But I guess that's an observer bug. At least he's watching left and right, so... Well. And suddenly he teleports over here. But yeah, you know it. Observer bugs are there from time to time. That's just PUBG things. Needex can see kickstart in the air here. Getting the intel. Question is, has Kick seen Needex? Or is he just trying to land? It looks like he's trying to land here. Rimsey. I'm gonna pick you up here. Shot coming in from behind by Justus. From the air though. Rimsey might be getting the knock against Needex. Not sure if he wants to do that, so he's retreating. With the M249 skin. The Chroma M249 skin in hand. Don't move too much, man. Want to show the skin. Ava spotted again by Melman. Next circle shifts to the southeastern part. Not of Germany, but of the map. Samla quite close to the Bad Boom team. Eternal Fire moving as well. Shots from Crossberg against Example. We can see Hello My Bad still here. Still waiting for his chance to maybe get a kill in against Twisted Minds. Most likely he won't succeed in that endeavor. Except if he sees Batu, and he does. So, he'll stay calm. Retreats back. Quite sure what he's doing there. He's unsure. Question is, does Batu... Batu did? Oh man, Batu could have seen him. Oh my bad, still a bit too afraid to try to get the kill against Batu. Carpi gets killed by Malman. That was a brief fight between Formulation Gaming and the Gaming Gladiators. But it's not over yet. As we can see Marvo coming close. Example was the knock against Code Marco. Marvo spots it. Nice spray by Levante. Almost getting that kill. Or getting the knock at least. Kova spots it. And gets knocked. Levante sees Marbo as well. That nade comes. Might do some damage. But those two kills are on the count for the Gaming Gladiators. And this just leaves Intense. Trying to get up the rock. Maybe trying to get up and close the distance to Melman. Maybe he'll just wait. We'll see. Looks like he's waiting. Same goes for Hello My Bad. Still waiting. Quetba also knocked. This just leaves Crossberg. Who gets tagged by Perfectix. Lou quite close as well. He's crazy, man. Crazy Lou. Then we still have the Matt trying to move around by foot. Or on foot, better said. That Boom team facing off against Grove Street. Azus Nate might be effective against the car. Doozy with a kill against Seifu. And a double nade against Project Axelift and Voxes. Holy shit. This just leaves Wazoo. Doozy in the blue zone. Nice tag against Divix there. This just means that Besto has to move down there. Doozy going for the flush against Project Axelift. Found a flash. They were unsure what to do. Nate coming in. Did some damage. And they're doing some damage against themselves as well. Well, that's that. And that's it for Grove Street. Eliminated on rank number 17. Because despite yesterday, today we have 18 teams in the lobby and not only 17. Intense was eliminated. Alomabad is still alive. Example though now quite close to him. Just not peeking the ridge in the right angle. Alomabad still alive and theoretically Batu. Well, no, not really able to see him. But it's a stretch. BB team going for the emergency pickup. Sonic's still alive. Falcon's still alive with 1 kill. So far on the count for Shrimsy. Since they were facing off against the lineup from TMO. Samla in trouble. And Björnta gets eliminated. Rayo gets eliminated. Ombre gets knocked. Björnta the last remaining member, but he gets the knock-in against Saxono. At least a kill. Nate coming in. Lithuanian Shame. Well, that nade was not too good. Molotov. Does not hit him. Thanks for this little nightstand. Blue zone nade though. It's different. And that's it. GG well played. Thank you for being here. Björnta gets eliminated. Samla out on rank number 14. Lithuanian Shame though, still knocked. Blue Star has to heal. And can now go for the rest. So that's that. And we have the team from GK Esports facing off against the Bad Boom team. DFX not able to get the knock-in. Cute. And Spyro from the side. Spyro with an awesome angle. Now gets a headshot in against Mododoct. So first moving up the hill. Was spotted and knocked by Pewt. Or PDW. That's it. Bad Boom team eliminated. Last kill goes on the count for Molodoct against Molodoct from Pewt. So GK still alive. Navi now facing off against Werkel Swords. This just leaves just chillin', eh? And the Falcons have found their opponents as well in Hands of Hope. Twisted Minds moving forward. Might face off against the Musov. Yeah, Twist with 2 teams in the lobby, that's true. And they're both good, that's even worse. Winner or Die took home the win in the scrims the day before yesterday. So on the 8th. 7s and 9s were won by Virtus Pro. Perfectix gets knocked by the circle. Blue zone damage is not too shabby in phase 4. Ava gets a knock against Blue Star. And Fast lose one of their players as well. You can see GK Esports with more shots in the direction of their 1. Needex was found and killed by Kickstart. Even closer, Hands of Hope. Now getting the kill against Justus, which just leaves 1. And, well, Haro gets eliminated by Shrimthy, who's jumping around on this hill here. Well, not too shabby. GK Esports facing off against Without Dope. Still in process. Divix got knocked though. Eternal and Recap still alive. Oh, shit. Sorry for that. I totally forgot about those. That's the unfortunate thing when having 10 minutes of delay. More shots coming in. Shots against Mava. Huge. On top of the ridge here. On top of the bridge. The ridge. Oh, gets knocked by Eternal. Blue goes down to the circle as well. Twisted Mind still playing blue. I'm not quite sure what they did there. Example. Waiting for Lou to die, it seems. I'm totally unsure what the heck Twisted Minds are still doing in the blue. And now it was Man with the flushes and knocks against Without Dope. Sport gets a kill against Eternal. Without Dope eliminated on rank 8. Which leaves 7 teams. Levante gets a kill against Pewt from behind. And gets the knock against Spyro. Spyro trying to crawl to the side, which is not too good. Fairist finds Example. So it seems they still were somewhere reachable for Navi. More shots coming out from Levante against Diffix. First tag is in. Second, third. Diffix still somehow survives this. Blue zone coming close. Levante needs to move. Axton's coming to his rescue-ish. And now most likely the Gaming Gladiators will take over the bridge, which was played by GK Esports earlier. Devix now. Knock against Mossboard, and from the side, Navi. Akatori with the knock against Levante. More shots coming in. The Gaming Gladiators are a bit in trouble. GK Esports eliminated by Antibodies and Negative. So this leaves us with 5 teams. Man, still alive with 3 players. Then we have the Gaming Gladiators with Levante and Axtons. H1 now with a knock against Kimetsu. Oh, shots coming in from Navi. Nate might be good. Well, that Nate might be perfect. Almost perfect. Direction was good. It just landed in between all 3 players. More shots coming in from the side. Kimetsu most likely will bleed out, and he does. Another kill for the former Sonics. Blue zone Nate coming out. Oh, Tope! almost gets floored by his emergency cover. Holy shit. That would have been the first time I see emergency cover kill anyone. Levante with the knock against throw. That's down here. And Navi so far with an awful lot of space here in the circle. Matt Negative with the mortar did find the hands of hope right here. We're fighting against the Falcons. Falcons still need to get into the circle. Man, so far 9 kills. That's a surprise for me, considering their weak plays on Miramar earlier. But nonetheless, we still have more matches to go. See, that should be, no, that should be 0. That should be 9. There is with the knock against H-Win. And now he's still trying their best to take care of the Falcons. 4 teams left. 2 players for the Gaming Gladiators. 3 for Man. 4 for Navi. And 4 for the Falcons. We're currently trying to make their move. That move means they're trying to go to where Man has been before. Kick with the Panzer in hand. Or oh wait, not kick with the Panzer in hand. It's Shrimsy with the Panzer in hand. Mistaken. Oh, Shrimsy 1 HP remains. Tro got killed. 1-8. More utility, maybe, for both teams. We'll see. Man. In form of anybody's trying to retreat here. Trying to get a different angle, a different approach against the Falcons. Man Negative with the knock against Levante, who's not even, well, relevant at the moment. Anybody says, alright, if you think he's relevant, let's go. Push him. Negative gets a kill against Levante, which just leaves Axtons, who's now facing off against Navi. Oh, nice tags. Has to drop down to heal. Big with the knock against Matt Negative. Anybody's has been spotted. And Fairist got the kill against Axtons. Oh, there's Fairist. So this just leaves anybody's. Not going to anybody's. Hello. There we go. This just leaves anybody's. The Sonics and Navi. And currently, the best position in the circle is being played by Navi. As you can see, Navi has almost the whole circle for themselves. This is what the Sonics have. This is what anybody's has. And like this here is what Navi has. So which is roughly that nothing. Shots coming out. Nice tags by Hakatori. Fairist has found anybody's. He gets knocked by Hakatori. Kick going for the rest. Rimsey with Panzer in hand. Gets tagged by Stad. Nate's coming out. Position so far. Nice spot. And he gets knocked. Not able to use his mortar, his Panzer. Nate's coming out. Those might be good. I think one of those is good. And now Tick is the last remaining member of the Falcons. 7 kills to their name. But this might be the match for Navi. Hekatori gets knocked by Tick. They coming out a bit too far. Still deals enough damage so Tick almost gets killed. 5 HP remain. Molly gets a bit too far. Spot's dead there. Reloaded, and that's it. Fairies just had to wait. GG, well played. Navi takes home the victory with 11 kills. 2,300 damage and 9 assists. And we're gonna hop over for another break. And after that, I'll be back with you for match number 4 on Tego. So this time we have a leaderboard which has been updated faster, which means we have a new leader again with 39 points. We have GK Esports followed by Team Falcons with 33 points, even though it looks like the same to me, but well, 27 kills should be enough, I guess. Yeah, 31 points for Navi on rank 3. Then we have 23 for Without Dope, 19 for Twisted Minds, and Win or Die 17 for the Gaming Gladiators, 16 each for Hands of Hope and Man, which should be kind of right, I guess, because they had 1 point prior. Eternal Fire with 16 as well on rank number 10. Then we have 14 points each for Fast and Formulation Gaming on rank number 11, 12. 13 points for Thumla. 9 points for the Bad Boom Team, 7 for Grove Street, 6 for Virpal Swords, and 3 and 1 for Bushido and the Misov. Which means We are now in match number 4, and we are switching over to, well, one of the, in hyphens, older-ish maps with some newer techniques in form of destroyable terrain. So let's hop over to Tego. And there we go. As you can see, our playing path leads us from below Songam to Wolsong, which means everything on the left side is reachable. On the right side, not so much though. That's not a straight line. There we go. This should be better-ish. Almost looks like a spray pattern. Yeah, Yongsheng might be a stretch to reach. Same goes for Gangneung Airport, Shipyard, and Army Base, but that should not hinder those teams. We know they are quite genius when it comes to reaching their spots. And of course, they still can rely on cars, bikes, and everything else to reach where they want to go. Let's hop over. Match number 4 has started. First teams to jump out are, without dope, the Falcons. Fast. Warple Swords. Win or Die, the Bad Boom team. Formulation Gaming, Twisted Minds, Eternal Fire, Geek Esports, TMO, Navi, followed by Bushido as well as Grove Street. Then we have Zamla, Gaming Gladiators, and last but not least, 2 more teams in form of Man and Hands of Hope. And that's about it. Every team has left the plane and found at least temperate temporary home. Temperate home sounds quite funny though. So I'm not quite close to Extons. You can see he's trying to go for the Dacia. Someone most likely will not contest that. Just let him leave. Reminds me, I still have to do a clip from the one Erangel match 2 or 3 days ago. Should be 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2 days ago. Yesterday, the last matches were on Miramar. So 2 days ago, where we had Twisted Minds pick off one of their opponents and bring him to his compound. That was quite nice. Circle shifting to the lower left, which means to the southwest. And therefore, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in the circle already. Almost fully. Box is being the only one not in there, but Palace is kind of in the circle. TMO, Grove Street, GK Esports, the Bad Boom team, Formulation Gaming, which are the first to rotate already, even though they do have a good spot in prison. And Bushido with a far 1-1-1 split. Shots coming out by the Gaming Gladiators. I'm not quite sure why they're shooting. There's no one in Godok. But hey, why not? Why not go for some shots? Oh. On the other hand, Doozy at least hits someone while shooting. And we might have a slight clash here at the bridge. Mossboard already arriving for Man. Below we can see Grove Street, who will most likely try to cross the bridge. And from behind we can see the Gaming Gladiators coming close. Mossboard. Can see that Gaming Gladiators are arriving. Retreats now. Anybody's there as well. Shots coming out. And it might be Merman who's in trouble now. Or not. Gaming Gladiators unsure if they should fight this. Or just retreat. And retreating is the best option. Box is below the bridge. Man says, alright, let's fight for this. Let's hunt Melman, it seems. Melman getting hunted by man. Oh, man. It's 1 against 4. That's not too nice. I can hear the comms. I can hear the comms. Man, I'm getting hunted, man. Help me. Help me. I only have a USD. It's not too fast. Man, what should I do? It's man. Right, it seems man decided to lay off the hunt. Just scaring Malman off. So we have Formulation Gaming quite close to TMO here. Except for Justus, who's somewhere in the wild. In Germany, we would say irgendwo im Nirgendwo. Roughly translated to English, it means somewhere in the nowhere. Nedex says, alright, there's an airdrop, and I like airdrops and loot, so let's loot the airdrop. Hero and Sparta are not as comfortable doing so. But it's Nedex who's getting tagged there by Formulation Gaming in form of Marbo and Intense. They did spot the airdrop there. Question is, will they fight against TMO? Possibility is there. Marbo knows through the intel where the car from Nedex drove through. Or drove to. Right. Airdrop is still in session. And now it might be win or die going for the loot. Or not. Oh, well, it's rocks. Stop and say, no, I didn't find anything, guys. I didn't find anything. Nothing. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I get shot at from a top hill. And I barely have any gas left. Please help, guys. Please help. Nedex in trouble now. Shots coming out from the remaining 3 players of Win or Die, and the knock against Nedex is successful. Which does not look too good for him. Rock's coming closer, says, alright, I'm gonna breach. I'm gonna get killed. And I should stop with that. That's not nice. Shots from above. From Eternal Fire. Gadrox with the knock against Justus. Nedex getting smoked by rocks. I'm not quite sure that was his intention. Gadrox getting the kill against Justus. Rocks being shot at from above by Haro. And I can hear Nedex saying, shoot, he said my body. He said my body, shoot. Haro in trouble now, the last remaining member of TMO. Because Sparta was knocked as well. From behind, it might be Formulation Gaming moving up. Question though remains. Nice tags, nice knock. And he gets a double knock. Haro with the knock flush against Presenti. Nedex bleeding out though. Gadrox was spotted as well. And now Haro needs to move. The question is, was the nade successful? No, way too short. But Matt gets a kill against rocks. Haro should go for the rest finally. Question is, does he have smoke? No smoke left. He's unsure what to do. Takes the car, use the car as cover. That's his best option. And that's what he will do. Kova has found Gadrox, who tried to get around in the back of TMO. And that's what you get for third partying. Or in this case, that's what the third party gets, a kill. In this case, Kova was lucky that Gedrox decided to arrive from the back. Not as lucky as anybody's was, because he found Navi. And Navi found a kill, most likely. I doubt that anybody's will be able to get rest by his teammates. TMO still fighting against Formulation Gaming. If I was TMO, I would have stood there silent instead of fighting against the next team. Bushido with shots. Harrow spotted by Hello My Bad, who's again the last remaining player for Win or Die. And regarding the more placement, less kills, I talked to Gunnar earlier, or yesterday, when he was live with his fishing stream. Some of you know he's a coach for the Falcons. And for those of you who not know him, Owen Gunnar, Machine Gunner USMC, is the coach for the Falcons. I was talking to him yesterday on his fishing stream, like I said. And he told me they're trying some different things on the EU Scrims, because the EMEA and EU players are playing totally different from what they are used to. Who got knocked by Haro? Batu spotted by Sparta. And he gets knocked, twisted, and perfected. Batulins and no example and perfectix come close, and that's it. Unfortunately, Haro gets killed by perfectix, even though he still got the knock-in against example. And now from behind, oop, that was a bit too far behind. We have the lineup from Formulation Gaming moving closer. Intense already with Nate in hand. Flash coming out. That Nate might be good. That was almost perfect. If the car would have stopped it, it would have been perfect-ish. Now from behind, we can also see a new team arriving. And yeah, considering where I was, like I said, Gunnar told me they're trying different things, because there's a really, really different playstyle between NA, SA, and EMEA players. So that's also one of the reasons why they are trying to play more EU scrims, to get used to that. And of course, to get more practice in. Eternal Fire eliminating Zamla on rank number 17. And in the back we can see Fairist as one of the first players for Navigono for a rotation. Taking over the other bridge. Kickstart eliminated, which means the Falcons are eliminated on rank number 16. I'm not quite sure where that happened. We still have our fight between Twisted Minds and Formulation Gaming. I guess it happened. I'm totally unsure where it happened. Do we have the match lock? Yes, we have the match lock. Phil first killed Kickstart. Let's see where the Bad Boom team is. Here. So it should be... Yeah, there is Kick. This is where he died. So most likely they tried to go for rotation from down here. Like I said, I'm totally unsure what happened. We were too... Or I was too focused on the fight between Formulation and Twisted Minds. Next circle will shift in a few seconds. Let's wait till it pops to the south. We can see Hello My Bad. Well, he is happy because he found an airdrop right in front of his nose. Back we can see without Dope, who were not paying attention to that. Save who with a knock against Mossboard. Where I wanted to go. Boxes. Maybe with a knock against Matt Negative. Nope. Waiting for the next player from Man, which is control. Shots coming out. Almost. One more tack. And he gets... Whoa, no. What? He did get the knock. Matt Negative going for the smoke. The Matt most likely heard those shots and has spotted Matt Negative there. He sees him. Just waiting for him to make his move to go for the race. Right. No luck for him. No dice. Not quite sure why the Matt didn't shoot when he had the chance to. Now he's facing off against GK Sports. Right around here. Where are they? There they are. Besto. And a doozy. Also with vision into the direction of GK Sports. More shots. This time from Crossberg. Who gets tagged from behind. 7 HP remain. Don't show too much, man. Matt Negative moving forwards. He gets through Eternal Fire into the circle. Question is how far can you get? That's not where I wanted to go. This is where I wanted to go. And meanwhile, we're down to 14 teams because Hello My Bad has been spotted and was killed in the process. Let's see who killed him. He was killed by Example. Oh, Bester with some nice techs against One-Eyed King. That's not too good. Quizzy is now look against Fairist. But they're retreating. We can see the Gaming Gladiators facing off against Grove Street. Dante not lucky enough to get the kill. Dante has spotted Seifu. Text coming out and he gets the... No. He does not get the... Very unfortunate. Dead with the kill against Crossberg. Oh, nice tax. Safe against Levante. And we see Malman getting over the bridge. Dante moving forwards as well. That is happening right here on the cross. They're on the edge of the circle. The Matt gets madly killed by Saucet, who's trying to save Fairist. Zoo with some shots against Levante. Getting the knock against Axons. And Levante together with Seifu. Now the question is, what can Malman do? He's gonna heal. Shots coming in from behind from Bushido. They still have Malman though. And Project X left also still in the blue. Also still needs to move. He most likely has spotted Dante. Yeah. Stopped for the first 8. And that's it for the Gaming Gladiators. GG well played. Project X left. He will lose his life, but he got 2 kills. That's it for him. Question is, will the Zoo try to go for the race? Nope. DB team facing off against Twisted Minds. And that's it. GG well played. Bad Boom team eliminated on ring 12 by Twisted Minds. More shots coming in from every direction fast now. Coming in from behind, and it's Formulation Gaming facing off against Whirlpool Swords right here in the compound. Now from behind, Cobra gets floored by Zubila, who was the only player of Whirlpool Swords lucky enough to stay alive, but that might change now through the blue zone grenade. 10 HP remain. He's right here in the corner. Intense, unfortunately, not lucky enough to get the kill. That nade! Oh, Intense with the nade successful against Zubila. Therefore, we are losing Purple Swords as well. But the next team already is approaching. In this case, it's Team Fast. They're trying to get a fast one over on Formulation Gaming. Intense might be successful in cornering them. Yes, the angle. Unfortunately, gets blocked by the OEZ. In the meantime, man is eliminated. Thank you to Sparrow. We can see GK Esports in trouble as well. Quizzy and Sparrow, the last remaining two players. And, well, Nabat gets eliminated as well. Hands of Hope down. There are mortar shots coming in from, I guess, without dope. Nope. Yeah, well, maybe without dope. Quite sure. Let's see if they have a mortar. If it was someone else. Nope. They're standing there. So it should have been Bushido, I guess. Nonetheless, that does not matter. Fast get the kill against Marble. Which just leaves Intense as the last remaining member of Formulation Gaming. It was almost perfect. Well, it was perfect. It landed right here, but it could have landed there. Nonetheless, Formulation Gaming eliminated on rank number 8. In fact, it was a knock against Quilly. Sparrow still out in the blue. Let's see what he sees. Or wants to see. Navi coming in from the right side. Quilly gets killed. Killing spree for Voodoo. Seifu with the knock against Aro. And Sparrow might be lucky that Navi now is coming in. Still needs to move though. Stealing a kill. Navi is out on rank number 5. Rank number 4. Rank number 5 goes to Geekay. Rank number 6 for Navi. And we're down to 4 teams. Twisted Minds with 3 players left. Bushido with 3 players left. Then we have Grove Street with 11 kills and 2 players left. And last but not least, Fast. Doing the fast one. Because they are currently the only full team. What's up over there? Bushido. 5, 6, 7. Let's hop over to Twisted Minds with 8, 9, and 10. That's as much kills as they have. Ooh, let's hop over here, not here. He's coming out, and that's the first knock. And that's almost a second. That should be it. That's it. GG, well played. Thank you for being in the lobby. Grove Street eliminated on rank number 4. Good thing I didn't put markers on them. Otherwise, they wouldn't have worked. 1 to 4. Our team Fast. Saxon on Blue Star. Opening up to the right. Lithuanian Shane with a knock against Celtic. Nekyop knocked as well. Grenades coming out. That might be a bit further. Still too far away for the rest of Bushido. Bolinis with the flush. Example. Modified text on that. This right here, to be fair, it's very unfortunate for TMO that they were stuck between all those teams, because this right here is the hill TMO tried to protect and, well, alright, thanks for the intro, DJ. Like I said, has been a while that I have seen them. So let's see, Bushido going for iteration. They still need to get into the circle. Molini is the only one spotting them. Spray. First one against the second one. No hits, though. But Lithuanian Shame has more luck there. Facing off against Matt Bay, and that's it. Bushido eliminated on rank number 3. Which leaves us with 2 teams, Twisted Minds and Fast. Alright, Saxono is 1. And the Nobolinis is 4. The Factix is 0. Batu is 9. An example is 8. Lithuanian Shame is 2. With the links in hand. Anabolini is facing off against Perfectix, and that was perfect from Perfectix. So it's 3 against 3 now. Blue Star facing off against Batu. Did not... Well, Batu did spot one of the players from Fast, but not the right one. Blue Star just waiting for Batu to make his move. 2 meters. Can see him now. Spray coming out. Batu gets floored. Perfectix moving forwards. Saxono facing off against Example from the back. It's Perfectix though. Blue Star switching positions. So he can heal. Perfectix gets a flush against Saxono. Example says, alright, I'm going to go for the rotation. Change the angle. Get behind them. Same goes for Lithuanian Shame. Links in hand. Does not get the tag against Perfectix though. Nate coming out. Not too bad. Perfectix would have stayed there. And now it's a 1 against 1. Example facing off against Lithuanian Shame. Example going for the res. He has the links as well. So this might be the links duel. Spray coming out. Nice shots. Question is, can Lithuanian Shame go for the race on Blue Star? Or will Blue Star try to give him into? Batu with the flush. Lithuanian Shame goes for the run. Example, 1k damage to his name. Holy smokes. Batu has no helmet left. So 1 shot against his head and he's knocked most likely. Especially considering that Lithuanian Shame still has the links. Example and Batu both jumping around, watching the wrong direction. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Nice try. Did not get the knock in though. And now Batu and Example know where the Lithuanian Shame is headed. Trying to search for util. He at least found something. 9 smokes. Holy smokes. Example already arrived at the compound. Flash in hand. And he finds him. GG, well played. Fast taking over 2nd place in this match. But nonetheless, Twisted Minds 14 kills, 2,198 damage. And considering that Example had over 1.1k to his name only. So he made more damage. He got more damage than the rest of his team in total. Well played. I'm gonna hop over for a quick break and then I'll see you back with match number 5. And of course, we're back on our angle. There we are, back again for match number 5, and we will be back on the wrangle soon. But first, we have the updated leaderboard. 44 points for GK Esports still lets them sit in the lead, with 1 point less for Twisted Minds. 38 points for Navi. Then we have 33 for the Falcons, 28 for Fast, 25 for Without Dope, 22 each for 3 teams on rank number 7 to number 9, with 17, 18, and 18 kills. We have Eternal Fire, Grove Street, and Win or Die. On rank number 10, we have Formulation Gaming with 18 points, 17 for the Gaming Gladiators, 16 each for Man and Hands of Hope. Then we have Zamla with 14, 13 points each for Bushido and the Bad Boom team, 9 for Whirlpool Swords, maybe they'll make it to the double digits, and 2 only for the Miss Off, and they hopefully will make it to the double digits as well. We'll see. But let's hop over to match number 5, because we are back on the wrangle, like I said earlier. And there you can see it. My favorite map, to be precise. I really like a wrangle, and I guess most of you do too. This roughly is what the teams might be able to reach. Maybe a bit more to the left, maybe a bit more to the right. We'll see how that works out for them. And we can also see the plane has already started. So let's hop in and watch the action. There we go. Blue already in the plane. And as you can see, we have our first teams jumping out. Hawkins quite early, most likely going for Throny. Starber being played by the Bad Boom team. Timo going for Yasnaya. Then we have Man and Zamla jumping out. Most likely both trying to go for Rojok. Twisted Minds going for School Apps. Might have a contest there with Bushido if they don't jump further. Maybe Man going for the boatyard, but I'm not quite sure. It's not looking like it. They're quite close to Zamla, so we'll see how that works out. Ombre contesting the car, but deciding to dodge that. So it was a chance, but it looks like Man might get away. So what else can we see? We have Grove Street on the Mount Everest. They most likely will try to get to Georgia Pole, same for Win or Die. Then we have the Gatka split from the Gaming Gladiators. Can only see three from them though. Did one of them not connect? Oh, Dante has connected. Levante there. Ah, there we go. I didn't see Melman. Then we have, of course, Without Dope with the Quarry split and the God Compound. Formulation Gaming using one of the boats to get around. Then we have Hands of Hope in Primorsk, and the lineup from Fast says, let's lose Jasnovka Island. And as we can see, Eternal Fire again with their snake yellow, snake barn split. And Bushido with their usual kind of usual shelter split-ish. They didn't arrive at shelter, but well, they're still in the circle. Mudbay will play the Hall of Fame. Arrow will do one of the copy-pastes. Chingy being played, like I said, by Navi. So that means we almost have half of the teams in the circle. Still needing to move our fast Hands of Hope. Theoretically, at least 3/4 of Without Dope. Verbal Swords needs to move. Same goes for Grove Street and Win or Die. We're already moving, which is quite early. Same goes. Gedrock's already in Pochinki. Almost. This will be interesting. Let's see if he can make it. Yeah, well, looks like it. He didn't even reload. I'm not quite sure if he knows. Ah, yeah. He figured it out. Can see the rotation from Man. Please don't shoot. It's not working for you. He shoots. Oh, Man. Yeah, Man gets a compound below Pochinki, and Navi now knows that Win or Die is there, so we might see a push against Gedrox. Not sure those shots were the smartest move, especially considering he had no scope and only iron sight on his SKS. So, well, could have heard differently. There was an extended magazine, which, if I were him, I would use for my SKS. Well, Batu in the compound, which I'm not calling by name, because that's bad for casting, unfortunately. It's a funny name. You all know it, but I'm not going to say it. Navi with splits though. Sosset and Stead still in Pochinki, while Fairist and Hakatori have taken over the barns. Or the barn compound. Bushido going for Potato Hill. And the Falcons will maybe start to move in a bit. Timo already going for the rotation. might try to play this compound here. Over it. Quite close to Twisted Minds already. Already made it to one of the apartments. Open the door, get in, stay there. That would be my advice for him. So what else can we see? Eternal Fire might be in trouble. Or GK Esports is in trouble. Ray coming out. Nice knock by Code Marco against Divix. Quizzy though arrives at the tier 3 building. Made in the wrong window. Solomon secures the flush. All the gaming gladiators though. Means GK Esports is more in trouble than they think. Crossberg tagged. GK gets floored. Code Marco successful against Spyro. Marco gets knocked by Moment. Pewds this time though with the steal. And then we have Keppa. GK Esports down to 2. In the back, we can see another team arriving. Without dope in this case. Oh. That nade flew out of the window. Nice try, though. With the smoke in the stairs. That's right. I'm gonna hold your angle, buddy. Most likely not saying buddy, but, well, you know what I mean. Deal with a shotgun against the mat. And now it's 2 against 2 here between Eternal Fire and GK Esports. Let's check out what the circle brought us. Not much so far. We might see... well. That was a nice try by Draven. Straight. Right in front of Nabat. Who might be in trouble now. Because, as you can see... Fast is turning around. Justus was a kill against Neokyop. First train, and that's it. Nabat gets eliminated by Fast. That was a fast breach and change of direction. Sexton are still moving. We can see that Formulation Gaming might be facing off against the Bad Boom team. Zamla in trouble. But only briefly. They took over the compound where we currently see Batu. So Batu might be in trouble now. Facing off against all 3 Zombies. Oh, nice tags against Basto from Marbo. A doozy already knocked. Kapi is shooting the windowsill. Which in this case is quite funny because it can mean that that was silly. So nice spray by Nedex against Matt Bay. Alright, quite close as well. Back to Formulation Gaming. And the Bad Boom team. Atuzi back on his feet. Basto came to his aid. Looks like we'll have our next breach. They're 1 in trouble. With the knock against him. Crossberg. Trouble as well. Trying his best against the next player. And it's a 1 versus 1 versus 3. Crossberg eliminates Butte. PW. Next one, Maver. Nate coming in. Too bad. Eternal gets knocked as well. And now it's Recap together with his next teammate. They are one. Crossberg pushing. And that's it for him. Well, Recap takes the kill. And Eternal Fire is eliminated, rank number 17 in match number 5. Well, we can see Bushido has made it to Pachinki. They did stay away from TMO. But TMO might spot the Bad Boom team now. Matt Bay with the knock against Hakitori. Phoenix moving up the hill. Let's go for the high ground. Able to hear the shots from Molodoct and the car from Besto. No, Molodoct right behind that damn tree. Very unfortunate. Just when Nidix was searching for him. Maybe this angle might suit him better. Well, Justus get the first knock. Nate's coming out. Those might be good against Phil. First Nate, second Nate. Not enough to get the knock though, but at least enough to get the flush. Haro coming in from the side. Trying to get the angle. A doozy coming back now. Besto also back with the car. Oh, Besto did spot Haro. Very unfortunate. He'll first get knocked as well though. So it's 3 against 2. Besto again trying to get another angle. Also spotted by Doozy. Spotter not too sure where to rotate. And it looks like the Bad Boom team is willing to give up that fight. In light of maybe a better position. Batu with the knock again. Björnter and Rolf gets knocked by Perfectix. This just leaves Ombre. Last man standing for Zamla. He's trying to get away there. Maybe driving into TMO. But, well, he changed position. He changed the direction in the last second. Might be going for this. Oh, not this house. Alright. He's trying to get to Pachinki. Or not. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. Oh, well. Looks like he's back to this little compound. This little hearth here. That might be his best bet. To stay safe for at least a few minutes. Depending what TMO does. Smoking to get his spike safe into the house, maybe. That's the reason you never park backboards. Blue with a knock against anybody's. And what? That just happened. I'm not quite sure what happened, but that happened. Project X left now facing off against Zubila. Nate coming in. And from behind, it's Levante. Saying, alright, I want to play with you too. Melman. Possible angle. It's driving way too far. Trying to distract them. Levante with a knock against Project X left. This was not a one that wanted to shift. To go here. Because we want to check what Vedu is up to. Trying to get away from this fight. There's a drop to his left. Vulcans are close as well, so not the best position to loot. Happy with the knock against Slow Jacket. Levante with some more or less body shots. Not too happy about that outcome. Marabo with some shots against Hands of Hope. Same goes for Kova. And Sparta might be the last insert. Whoa, what the? Alright, nice try. Nice try, Happy. I'm gonna call him Happy for now. Because I don't think he's happy, but pronouncing that name differently is quite well, different. So I'm just gonna call him Happy. That at least remotely makes sense. Marabo now with the knock against Nedex flush as well. The rest of TMO is close to top bike. Justice with 3 kills. 5 in total, 4 TMO, 1 for Sparta. Grove Street eliminated. Vazu was found by Man's Mossboard. Oh, and this is not looking too good. Topike going for loot. Can hear that TMO searching for him. Still waiting though. Samla eliminated. Umbra was found by Arrow. Pull him one more first aid. But not willing to make a move here. So we can see Sparta still quite close. Most likely to trying to go for the car before leaving. In the back we can see Recap move in as well as Formulation Gaming coming close. First aid. Stabbed with the knock against Anabolini's. Aduzi gets knocked by Hakatori. Now everybody is driving for the big city. Perfectix with the kill against their one. After getting shot at by Hakatori. Baston made it to the trenches. And Falcons in trouble. Matt Nikitiv with a knock, and Falcons unfortunately are eliminated. This is a 3-stack right here. Or 2-stack. No, 3. 2 bodies. My fault. Very unfortunate. Mossboard and Matt Nikitiv got the kills in. Levante spotted by Mossboard. TMO eliminated as well. Justus still gets a knock against Kova. With his nade. Well, that's unfortunately not enough. Should be around here-ish. I guess. There they were. That's where that died. Unfortunately, I'm still not able to show you much action. Which is one of the shortcomings, unfortunately, when observing first alone and second city fights. Never know where the action will happen. Perfectix with the knock against Eternal. And anybody's at least stole Recap before Bartu got the kill against Mava. Shots from Gapi against Saucet. Marbo has trouble there. Car exploding. Good thing for him, it flew backwards. Still, Formulation Gaming has to move. They will move up here through the trenches. I'm trying to get here, but we can see Fairist already open up an angle here for Navi. The question is, will he be able to win that 1 versus 4? Or will his teammates help him? Lend him a helping hand? We're already moving forwards. Spotted. Knocked. Faris gets knocked by Copy. That's the opening Formulation Gaming might need. Sausage. Spotted intense. Nade. Might be good. Nope. That's not too good. Faris most likely will die. Helena bet with me. Up against Dante. They're trying to open the door so Faris can dodge out of the house. Tupai with a knock against Bar2. Gets a kill. Levante gets knocked by Shro. Marbo with the angle against Navi. Waiting for Navi to show themselves. Still has one man behind him and another one in front of him. And Hakitori gets the job done. Faris still moving forward. The question is, will Navi be able to go for that teammate? Copy, moving to the side. Mosport gets a kill against Topike and therefore Hands of Hope is eliminated on rank number 10. And it looks like Saucet is trying to go for the hero run. Hero move, but he gets floored by Sextono. And that unfortunately leaves Navi with an issue. Because now it's Akitori's move to get the hero run done. Hero run done. Run and done. You can see man facing off against the Gaming Gladiators. Matt Negative. Gaming Gladiators eliminated Shro with the bullpup. With the Bison. Getting those kills done. Well done. We are back for a fight between Navi and Formulation Gaming. And Navi is in trouble. Akitori got knocked too. Oh, he's on the stairs here. And that's a beautiful nade by Intense. Taking Marble a few meters to secure him from the not moving blue zone, but from the blue zone. Well, let's see what the circle has in store for us. It's quite central still. Besto still alive in the trenches here. Gedrox with the knock against Anabolinis. Gets a flush done as well. Has to heal now though. Blue Star not able to rescue his teammate. Bushido still alive with two players, which are Iron and Matt Bay. Then we have Sextono and Blue Star 4 Team Fast. As well as Twisted Minds with 2, which are Lou and Perfectix. 4 players left for Man. We're playing quite well on Erngel. 10 kills so far again. Intense with knock against Gedrox. Could have been a far knock. Besto questioning his life choices and if he's able to stay alive here. But well, his choices so far have led him here. And this means he's currently holding at least a quarter of the map. So he knows that nobody's on the field, which is good for him. Perfectix needs to move. I need to remove that dot. Because the dot is annoying. Negative. Shooting the smokes. Perfectix still crawling forwards. And that is something Twisted Minds might find useful. Anybody's driving forwards. Getting some help by Win or Dice Rocks. The Lou gets killed by Shro. Twisted Minds eliminated. Perfectix was found by the blue zone. Or killed by the blue zone. Better said. Negative. Well, it's not looking like Mossbot might be able to save him. At least not on that position. He's looking better. Rock still with a good angle. Basto still alive. Stay on the roof. Not looking too shabby for him. Oh, man. 4. Rock's still waiting for man to make their move. Nice shots. Getting the knock in though. Maybe now, and he does. Rocks gets the knock in against anybody's. That means man now lost one of their precious players. 3 more remain though. Nate. Well, if that car wouldn't have been there, that would have been a kill. Or at least a knock, better said. Smoke's coming out. Question is, what can the rest of Bushido do? And it looks like Basto got killed in the meantime. Didn't see him in the kill feed though. But I guess Formulation Gaming had something to do with that because they are looting. And I guess this was Basto. Very unfortunate. Still a better life choice than, well, I guess Mossbot. Or the Falcons in this case. Unfortunately, they did die quite early. Rock's moving forwards. Getting some cover from his teammates. Nate coming out. That is a good one. That is a perfect one. Holy smokes, Rocks. If anybody can throw nades, it's him. Holy smokes, what a nade. Intense. The last remaining player for Formulation Gaming. Win or die moving forwards. Team Fast was spotted here. 1 more left. Now shots coming in from behind, which is unfortunate for Mid Bay. Saxton are going for the res. Flash. Well, not too good. Question is, will he be able to get the upper hand here? Waterball. And Intense left for Formulation Gaming. Then we have Saxtono and Blue Star for Fast. And a nice nade. Aaron Matt Bay also still there. And the team with the most remaining players is right here, win or die. So that should mean I got all of them. Arrow with the knock against Intense. That's it. Formulation eliminated. Formulation eliminated Team Fast. Marble, the last remaining player for Formulation Gaming. Bushido fighting against him. Well, double flash. Arrow got flashed and Marble got flashed by that flash from Matt Bay. And, well, that's quite unfortunate there. Unfortunately, Matt Bay gets the kills in. And he's now playing solo against Rox, Presenti, and Gedrox. Gedrox goes down. Presenti takes attacks home, and that's it. The blue zone is the winner. But now, winner chicken dinner for win or die, thanks to the blue zone. Man taking home 11 kills with 2,000 damage. And then we have 6 assists from Twisted Minds this time in the lobby. And unfortunately, match number 5 has concluded, which means we have one more match to go. So you guys can think about where I should rate you after match number 6. I'm gonna hop in for a quick break, and then I'll be back with you with the updated leaderboard and, of course, the last match of today. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, back with almost match number 6. But before that, we have the updated leaderboard, which takes us to a new leader. Because Twisted Minds took over the lead with 48 points. 1 point shy is GK Esports on rank number 2, followed by Navi with 41 points. 2 points less for Win or Die on rank number 4. 34 points for Fast on rank number 5. Then we have 33 points each for Team Falcons and Formulation Gaming on rank number 6 and 7. Followed by Man with 30 points and Without Dope with 27 on rank number 8 and 9. In the second half of the leaderboard, we have Grove Street with 25 points, 24 for Eternal Fire, 23 each for Bushido and the Gaming Gladiators, 18 points for the Hands of Hope, 16 for the Bad Boom Team, 15 for Thumla, 11 for Whirlpool's Walls, and last but not least, may be able to reach the double digits are the Miss Off with 7 points. Let's hop over, because match number 6 will start now. And as you can see, the match badge is still wrong, but I'm going to fix that now, because we are done with match number 5. Match number 6 has started, and there you can see it, the plane. leaving, or starting to leave players dropping everywhere on the last map of the day, being beautiful old Erangel. You can see them already dropping out. I'm gonna follow Navi for a short while I'll tell you where the teams are dropping. Who's dropping out? First teams to drop out are Hands of Hope, followed by Zamla and Team Falcons, as well as Without Hope, Without Dope. Then we have GK Esports. Two teams going for Sosnovka Island, which are, in this case, Man and Fast. Man, that's fast. Then we have the Gaming Gladiators going for the Gatka split, Navi going for Pachinki, Eternal Fire going for the little compounds between that. Then we have Twisted Minds going for School and Apps again, Bushido jumping out together with TMO. Then we have Formulation Gaming, Verbal Sports going for Novo, the Baby team going for Milta Power and the Milta split. Then we have Grove Street, and last but not least, Win or Die, the winners of the last match, going quite close to Grove Street. Well, let's see where our circle will shift, and it stays on the mainland, which means that the teams currently on Sosnovka Island are in a bit of trouble, because if you know, in less trouble, because some of you might already know what I say when casting, which is if the circle goes to military, so if the circle would be here, it's easier to get off Sosnovka Island because you have two bridges and, well, three teams trying to get over those two bridges, maybe taking one of the ferries or a boat somewhere, than the other way around. So if the circle would be on Sosnovka Island, you have more teams trying to get on Sosnovka Island than if the circle shifts to the mainland, when, in this case, you have less teams trying to get off Sosnovka Island. Like I said, we have three teams trying to get off Sosnovka Island, in this case, Purple Swords, Fast, and Man, which means Man most likely will take the Ferry Pier Bridge, Purple Swords will take the Motor Bridge, and Fast, well, I'm not quite sure, but they might try to go for the Ferry Pier Bridge as well. Maybe trying to grab boats somewhere, and depending on their luck and they will try to go over Milton Bridge as well. But that remains to be seen. And I see something else. A wild Shrimsy between Zamla and Without Dope. Quite split from his teammate. Well, I'm not quite sure if that is the right decision. Let's see if he has some sort of mobility with a car or something. Maybe here in the garage. Nope. No car for him. No bike for him. Let's see. Well, it's not looking too good for him. He needs to run though, seems. Maybe H1 will catch him. But no, it's not looking like it. It looks like he has to run. And that might mean he might be in trouble, because it looks like he's running in the direction of Ombre. He's currently looting this compound here. Depending if he hears Björnta, he might be aware that there should be or could be someone in that compound. Maybe he'll get the knock against Björnta. That's a possible thing as well. Björnta driving away. Ramsey still searching. Did Ombre spot him? No. Ombre gets away with the bike, so Grimsey still searching for some means of transportation. Very unfortunate for him. There's nothing. Oh, well, there's the safe spawn Dacia here, so you can take that if he's fast enough, and the rest of the Zomlers is not spotting him earlier. Oh, well, that remains to be seen. I can see him running over that hill now. Shots from Shrimsy. Both not taken any chances. Seems like Zamla decide to not trigger Shrimsy there. Saying, alright, let's let him enjoy himself. We don't want to fight out of the circle. Going to be followed by the Gaming Gladiators. Levante coming in from the side here. There's the faster car in form of the coupe. Some honking going on. Not shooting for now. So it looks like... Normally, the saying is last game, fast game. In this case, it is for Marbo, who's the first player to be killed here. It was Nate, goes in the wrong direction. Example with the kill against Negative, gets the second kill of the game. And Kova gets floored as well. Running around like he just don't care. Happy. Some nice spray against Betpa. Has to retreat now as well. And that nade from Crossberg lands perfectly. Now it's all about Mololok. Because he might be the thorn in the side of Eternal Fire. Or the thorn in the paw. I'm thinking about that quite short fairy tale about the story with the lion and the thorn in the paw. So that at least know where intense is. The shots coming in from Eternal Fire. Lumberyard being played by the Bad Boom team now. Intense trying to get away. As we can see, Hands of Hope going for the Milter Bridge. And Team Fast going for the Ferry Pier Bridge. So it wasn't completely correct there. Everybody else has made it to the circle so far. Intense now saying, alright, I'm gonna play Milter. I'm gonna go for the 3-stack there, and maybe I'll survive for a bit longer. I don't know. In the meantime, my Discord has crashed, so I can't see anything in there. Not quite sure if it's just me or if Discord is offline for everybody. We do have an airdrop for Project X-Loft with the AWM in Tau. Justus, quite close to Twisted Minds, has seen Perfectix, I guess. Jumping around there. Now retreating. Gaming Gladiators going over the bridge. Björnte decided to stay on the ridge. Rolf and Irayo still not even close to their teammates. Hawkins going for a quite straight approach. Most likely trying to play one of these compounds here. Maybe trying to go for the compound currently held by Bushido. But we'll see what happens. You're in the full first. The question is what's Mololok doing? Just waiting here. Wiggling around, not sure where he should search for opponents. No, I'm not going there. I'm not going there, man. I'm not going. No, never. Circle shifts again. Quite central. With the touch to the east. So still everybody in there. Phase 1 almost closing down there. War Jacket. One of those players I haven't seen really in those scrims. Intense says, that's quite intense here. I will not show myself. No way, guys. Medex now with shots against Axtons. Timo playing the Heaven compound. Axtons not getting tagged there. Justus decides to dodge that. We can hear an emergency pickup somewhere. That's win or die, dropping down from there. Circle shifted in their favor. Well, we can see Bushido facing off against Twisted Minds Batu, and Perfectix got knocked. Well, Aro got knocked as well. Blue. That's alright. I'm gonna try to go for the flush. Dante gets knocked. Example going for the rest here. Holy smokes. That just happened. Nidex gets killed. First team to be eliminated this time are the Miss Off. So, unfortunately, they will not get their 10 kills. Or 10 points on the board. Blue still knocked. Perfectix not sure if he should go for the res or not. Batu back on his feet. Perfectix now going for it. Levante got killed by Gedrox. You're seeing Blue Star shooting against Quizzy. We had some trouble with his car. Some pop tires. What the heck happened here? The bike had a bike there. And Melman gets a kill against Mosport. Now it's all about anybody's. It could still be anybody's match. Sorry for the for those awful puns. But you'll get used to that. I can promise you that. Win or die. Some nice shots against Stead. Can see the Mad with the knock against Sloy Jacket. And the kill against Sloy Jacket. So like I said earlier, I haven't seen much of him so far. Molodoct. Now with the doozy together. Maybe with the push against Eternal Fire. But it rather looks like they are retreating, seeing Grove Street down there. Hawkins. Well, they made it to the compound I promised them. At least something. Well, we can see Maver got killed by Project Axloft. Flushed with the AWM. I'm not quite sure well, I'm not quite sure I'm happy about that. That seems like a waste of ammo. One-Eyed King now from the side against Eternal. Gets the knock-in. Well done. And he has a DBS. So he did find a drop with a DBS and he's playing it. I'm not quite sure what's wrong with him. But, well, something is, I guess. Just chilling, talking a bit with Eternal. And there the DBS goes. They won. The last remaining player fought without dope. And Intense, well, has found an emergency pickup. Which he's using as bait, it seems. Or he still needed to loot something. Well, should work out. Let's check the map in the meantime. Circle shifted to the north. Man might face off against the Gaming Gladiators. It's not looking like it though. They won. Trying to rotate through everyone. I've seen Rolf there. Well, we can see Intense is on his way to the circle as well. Let's see if he arrives. Or if he gets killed while trying. GK Sports with some shots to the direction of the blue. If he's smart, he will try to land on the roof of the Hall of Fame. I guess. That could be an option. Going for it. Divix with a knock against Nabat. Sopike with a knock against Crossberg. And he gets killed while trying. Very unfortunate for him. Their one made it to the prison. Arrow gets a kill against Intense. And that means we're down to 16 teams after 15 minutes and 46 seconds. So still a lot of teams alive. Nothing here screaming last game, fast game. Except for the elimination of TMO. Navi quite close to Kike. We have Eternal Fire quite close to the BB team, which are split. Facing off against Voxes there. Then we have Grove Street with a 2-1-1 split. Even though Voxes will try to dodge that. And well, that's it for Topike. Tope Happy, the last remaining player for the Hands of Hope now. Trying to maybe make it to the circle. Vazoo with the kill against Jönta. Circle shifts again to the south this time, which is good for Happy. Well, the rest is not so much. Because he's currently being hunted. Busy with a nade against Fairist. Happy not trying to get that drive-by, but gets killed by Sausage in the process. Well, you can try it. It might work. In this case, it did not work. PDW facing off against Crossberg. Eternal Fire now in trouble. Losing the Mat and Code Marco. This means Crossberg is the last remaining member of them. Then we have ZR1 still in prison. PDW flushing Code Marco. Crossberg trying to dodge that fight. You can see Phil first. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. Go here. Phil first still checking the edges. Samla facing off against Project Aches left here. And Vazoo. As well as, I'm not quite sure where Voxes is now though. Oh, still over there. And we are losing Team Falcon's kickstart with an 8 against Hakitori. That will not hit though. From the side we can see Team Fast arriving. Arrow with the knock against Batu through the mortar. Sutton might find a kill there. Almost. Sausage and Hakitori with the knocks against Anabolis and Sextono. Needs to heal. Dick trying his best to help him somehow. Eternal Fire eliminated. Crossberg was spotted there. And we're seeing kills everywhere. That's not where I did expect it. One-Eyed King. Facing off with his trusty DBS against Perfectix. And he gets the kill. BP eliminate, Twisted Minds eliminated on rank number 14. One-Eyed King gets the kill with the DBS. Well, in his case, I would be quite ashamed of myself. I guess. PK facing off against the BB team. Nate a bit too far. Oh, well, that bumped. that bump against Monodoct. That was something. Barrow coming in from the side. And that's it. A doozy eliminated as well. Crossberg gets a kill against Besto. There, one moving forwards. Saying, alright, I'm gonna stay here in this corner with my trusty shield and wait for things to happen. Then we have Voxes here. We'll get number 2. Extons moving forward. Rock with the knock against Just Chillin'. And, well, well, you have to work on your parking skills, accents. Sorry to say that. Kick finally got a kill. That was funny. For a moment, both of them had 96 bullets in reload. Twisted Mind still alive with 2 players. Hakatori with some shots against Kick. Gaming Gladiators waiting for Whirlpool Swords to make their move. Bushido moving closer. I did hear the car from Iroh. Also trying to play spoiler against Whirlpool Swords. Will most likely die to the circle, I guess. Nate. They might be good. And they're... Well, that nade was perfect. I can't say anything against that. Unfortunately, it did not get the kill done. Kicks the last remaining member, and he gets killed by a nade from Saucet, but not before knocking Saucet. So, Navi down to 1 man standing as well. Even though Hakatori will most likely succeed in rezzing him. Any buddies? Down here. That's an interesting move from any buddies. Taking that backpack with him. I have to get out, but I have to take this backpack with me to stay alive in the circle. Boxes was eliminated by Quizzy. Player 1 still waiting in this corner there. Oh no, Grove Street has been eliminated by someone. Axtons and Malman down now, thanks to Gidrox. Win or die again. Doing what they can to get more kills and points on the leaderboard. Spyro. With some nice shots, and that's a blue zone nade. Not looking too good for Rox. But he's able to dodge that. Hello, my bat. Has the option to do something against GK. Still has a Panzer. Not using it though. First knock against PW. Busy knocked as well by Rox. Now GK is in a predicament there. Win or die again, doing everything to stay alive. And to get more kills on the board. Hakatori has been spotted. Trying to smoke himself out. Anybody's still alive, waiting for the next shift and waiting for maybe a team to make its move. Navi might be the one team in front of him. Then we have GK Esports. They are 1 still alive. And of course, win or die, which makes 5 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. They're 1 crawling up the hill. Hello, my bat might be the one finding him. And anybody's gets a knock against Saucet. Just let me say this. That's so sad. Hakatori gets killed by Divix. Anybody's making his move. They are 1 also moving forwards. 1 against 1 against 2 against 4. Win or die in a good position to win this match again. Divix jumping around, being spotted by Hello My Bad. Shots coming out. And Divix gets floored by rocks. Anybody's facing off against Spyro. Does not win this. And now it's 1 against 4. Spyro. 13 kills for GK. Win or die with 8. Now we have they are 1. Or without dope. Without kills so far. Gedrox with the P90 in hand. One of my favorite weapons. Unfortunately, I have to admit that. Gedrox still has a good angle. Their one is completely unknown. They know where Spyro roughly is. Oh, finally. Discard is back. Presenti gets floored by their one. Who gets eliminated. No, who's not eliminated. That one gets a kill against Presenti. Now it's 1 against 3. It was Spyro who was eliminated. Gedrox found their one. Spray coming out. And that's the P90. GG, well played. Match number 6. Won by win or die. Still, most kills by GK Esports was 13. 1,800 damage for them as well. And then we have 8 assists from Twisted Minds. And while we wait for the leaderboard to update, I'm going to fill you in on the, well, detailed results of match number 6. Win or die with the win, 10 points for the kills as well. So that makes 20 points in total. Rocks with 3 kills, Presented with 2, Gedrox with 4, Hello My Bad with 1. Then we have Without Doubt with 1 kill and with 1 kill and 6 placement points. Means 7 points for them in total. GK Esports with 13 points in total. 6 kills by Divix. 2 each for Quizzy and Spyro and 3 for PDW. Which means they get 18 points in total. Which is almost close to the 20 points from Win or Die. Man with 3 points through kills. All 3 done by anybody's. And of course 4 placement points on ring number 4. Navi with 8 kills. 4 by Hakatori, 1 by Fairist, 3 by Sausage. Only Stead was unsuccessful in getting a kill in. Rank number 5 for them means 3 placement points, so 11 points in total. Gaming Gladiators with 8 kills as well. 2 points only for placement though. For rank number 6. 3 kills for Melman, 3 for Extens, 1 by Dante and 1 by Levante. Then we have Grove Street with 3 kills. 2 points for Project X left, 1 for Voxes. Plus 1 placement point means 4 points in total. Same goes for Bushido with 2 kills by Iron and 1 by Medway. On rank number 9, the first team out of the placement points, we have Whirlpool Swords with 8 points. 2 kills by Subila, 5 by One-Eyed King and 1 by Scrim. Then on rank number 10, we have the chat favorite, the Falcons with 1 point total. Fast without points, same goes almost for the Bad Boom team. They did get 1 point through 1 kill from a doozy. Zamlo with 2 points, 1 kill through Irayo, 1 by Rolf. Then we have 2 points for Twisted Minds as well, 1 being by example, 1 from Bartolins. Eternal Fire gets 5 points, 2 by Crossberg, 2 by Quetpa, and 1 by the Mat. Hands of Hope without points, same goes for Formulation Gaming and the Mythoff. And this means, like I said, we are almost done with today. Just waiting for the leaderboard to update. Let's hope it does that. That looks... Quite sure if... No, that looks promising. There we go. As you can see, we do have a new and old leader. GK Esports taking home the win of today's scrims with 65 points. 6 points less for Win or Die on rank number 2. Then we have 52 points for Navi, 50 for Twisted Minds, 37 for Man, 34 each for Without Dope, Team Falcons, and Fast. And 1 point shy on rank number 9, we have Formulation Gaming with 33. Same goes for the Gaming Gladiators on rank number 10. Decider here for the ranks being the tiebreaker in case, in form of the placement points. So whoever has more placement points is ranked high. I'm not quite sure if Falcons and Fast are a tied 7th place because they both have 18 kills, or if the next tiebreaker is already in effect, which would be the best placement in the last match. But Falcons were 10th. Yeah, well, it would fit. Falcons were 10th. They got a kill in that match. Fast only were on 11th. So that could be the truth. On rank number 11, we have Eternal Fire with 29 points. Same goes for Grove Street, both also with 24 points. Grove Street, though, with the better result in that match. So theoretically, if the next tiebreaker would be placement of the last match, Grove Street would stay on 11th, while Eternal Fire would drop down to 12th place. Then we have 27 for Bushido, 19 for the Whirlpool's Vault, 18 for the Hands of Hope, and 17 each for Zamla and Bad Boom Team. While the Miss-Off, unfortunately, is the team without making it to the double digits. 7 points only for them on rank number 18. Well, and that's it from me for today. I'll rate you over to Sheps today, like I tried to the other 2 days already. But this time, it's her rate. And I hope you stay with me for that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for all the communication in the chat. That's something I really like. And thank you, of course, for the follows. And I hope to see you again soon next week. Unfortunately, I will not be here tomorrow because I will be on a concert watching some American bands with POD, Godsmack, and Drowning Pool. And I'll have fun there. Hopefully, Mark will be able to cover one of maybe tomorrow. Maybe we'll have someone else do it. And of course, I won't be here on the weekend because most likely we won't have that much pro teams in the scrims on Saturday and Sunday. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe we'll see. Otherwise, I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.